Okay, Andy. So, good afternoon, everyone. Uh, Online students, can you hear my voice? Say yes or no to me once. Okay. So, you are sitting in UKG, that is Advanced Java indirectly. Have you passed LKG or not passed? Right. Right. So, Advanced Java looks very simple when compared to Core Java. So, Java available to you in two parts in a basic level, that is core and advanced. LKG, UKG. Whatever we learned in core Java, we are here to apply that knowledge. That is the concept of advance. I learned variables, sir. I learned methods. I learned blocks. I learned constructors, classes, interfaces, abstract classes, references concept, inheritance, inner classes, exception handle, strings, wrapper classes, arrays, collection, map. This is pure core Java syllabus. Extra concepts are multi-thread, networking, they're all extra. So this all I learned, sir, but I don't know where to apply them. So where I must use them. If anybody asked variable, I'm in position to speak about it. If anybody asked constructor, I'm in position to speak about it. But I don't know, sir, where to apply them, where to use them. That only advanced Java. Advanced Java will be the conclusions for your core indirectly, and project is available in Advanced Java. One mini project in MVC architecture, the project will come out. In core Java, that much of defined output will not come. So perfect defined output will not come because it is a language part. How many days you spend in the core Java also, component related action only will be there. But one defined project or one application will not come. But in advanced Java, after 15 days or 15 sessions, every day is one mini project for us. So it looks very interesting and very simple, and duration will be very less when compared to core Java. Core Java's drawback also duration, because the duration will not be under the control of trainers, because that many versions came. If we touch one version based on its, we are going to travel 2, 3 concepts. If we increase also, automatically 1, 2 weeks will be increased. So because of this reason, no core Java trainer can complete the syllabus in time. So definitely 15 days, 20 days extra, it will be passed on. But in advanced Java, everything defined will be there here and simple, right? Can I enter into? Right, okay. So where we are going to start this advanced Java, sir, finally. So advanced Java, in advanced Java, introductions will be very less because the core Java student only sitting here. That core Java knowledge, what you gained here, I am going to use it. No, sir, I learned core Java, I forget it, sir. Many people will be there. Common. Student psychology is forgetting only. But whenever the component came, I'll repeat it. You have to catch it. Suppose one constructor situation came, I'll read it orally. What is constructor? And so on. If I am using inheritance, I'll read that. You can recollect and you can come back. Suppose if you're unable to catch what I'm reading, go home and read the topic once. What is that? Automatically can coordinate. That is a way of learning. Nothing is there. So nobody will remember all the things at a time. We know that already. And many students kept a query to me while I'm walking here and there. Sir, how much part needed from Oracle? How much part needed from HTML? Means minimum needed. No need to be the expert there in Oracle. No need to be the expert in HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Minimum knowledge needed. The reason you are a full stack Java developer. I want core Java only, not HTML and Oracle. But you must have hands in that subject, running few queries, understanding creations, understanding insertions like this, some idea. If you have, you can travel it. But core Java, at least 30 to 40%, few knowledges are needed. Okay, right. Now I'm starting the definition with define program only. I'm starting here. Make a notes. Define program. Define program. Program is a set of instructions. Program is a set of instructions. Program is program is a set of instructions. Core Java, we concentrate on writing programs only. Okay, right. So moreover, this room is very, very, very important. Advanced Java. Be regular and try to do by your own, because many applications are available here. Okay, right. So notes is also important. Slowly you write it. Anyway, we'll provide the notes to you anyway. But even then, few days you write the notes, because practical will be started very fastly here. Okay, right. Set of instructions, what you practiced in core Java, that program. Now, define application here. Define application. Define application. Set of programs collected together. Set of programs collected together to perform defined action. Set of programs collected together to perform defined action is known as application. Is known as application. Underline set of programs. Underline it. Types of applications. Types of applications. Applications are categorized into 4 types. Applications are categorized into 4 types. 1. Stand alone applications. Web applications. Enterprise applications. Mobile applications. We broadly categorize our applications into 4 types. Stand-alone applications, web applications, enterprise applications, mobile applications. Stand-alone applications. The applications which are installed in one computer, means one independent computer, one computer, and the applications which are installed in one computer and performs actions in the same computer are known as stand-alone applications, or you can say desktop applications, or you can say Windows applications. Simply, you can say these applications will perform in one individual computer. They are known as standalone. Stand-alone applications are also known as non-server applications. You can say non-server applications. You can say non-server means servers not available. It's called non-server. Now, generally your core Java will be ended with the statement of standalone applications categorized into two types. We end there actually. Now, third point, based on user interaction, the standalone applications are categorized into two types. CUI applications, GUI applications, you can say. Based on user interaction, the standalone applications are categorized into two types, CUI and GUI applications. The applications in which the user interact through, the applications in which the user interact through console, are known as CUI applications, Here CUI means console user interface. Some materials will write character user interface, they'll write it, but actual name is console user interface. The applications in which the user interact through console are known as CUI applications, you can say. We core Java trainers will be concentrating on these applications only generally. We take system.in, system.out. Based on that only, we read the data from console, we give the data to console. The running environment will be from your command prompt or the running environment from your Eclipse. But they are all CUI applications only available with you. Okay, right. So the applications in which the user interacts through console are known as CUI applications, you can say. Now, GUI applications. The applications in which the user interact through GUI components interact through GUI components are known as GUI applications. GUI applications. GUI means what now? Graphical user interface. Right. This GUI components, to design this GUI components, make one statement if anybody asked. We use the following to design GUI components: AWT, Swing, Java FX. AWT means abstract window toolkit. Swing means swing programming only directly. Java FX is one API to develop UI, rich UI you can develop. Now, in core Java environment, we train CUI, we never train GUI. Nowadays, we are not giving training. This AWT Swing Java FX, the market not using it. Means they are not working on them. They are not recruiting also. University point of view, you have a syllabus. If anybody from computer science background, somewhere you can see this syllabus. But a real-time market point of view, not needed, because you already updated to HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Angular, and React already. You are planning to attend that. When reach UI, when you are planning to practice yourself, this GUI components not needed. So this sector became weaker in the market today. We trainers also not concentrating on this GUI part, but in a theoretical point of view, applications, first type is standalone applications that can be CUI, that can be GUI. So here we not given any project in core Java for you. Why we not concentrated on the project means they are non-server applications. They are non-server applications. Where I written that statement? Right. Non-server applications. If we do project in core Java also, according to the market, it is invalid. Why means you have to take the data from HTML form, no? Web browser HTML form, you have to take it. So because we not concentrated on any project form in your standalone applications. Now, final the information is, whatever the core Java knowledges you gain, you can develop one standalone application in CUI mode you can develop. GUI mode you not practiced. Because why you not practiced means market is not expecting the knowledge from AWT Swing Java FX. Instead of that, I updated myself with the UI technology. That only replacement. Okay, right. So this is completed. You keep aside. Now you are not concentrating on non-server applications. That point ended. Keep away. Now you are concentrating on what applications now? Web applications. Advanced Java concentrates on web applications. Make it. This is our target. Right. Generally in your core Java, when we are making a point, this one, we write web environment, we write generally. So simply you can say web applications means the applications which are executed in server environment and interacts with the web browser. Executed in server environment and interacts with the web browser means if not interacts with the user through web browser is known as a web application because web browser is involved. Core Java, advanced Java difference is core Java we interact with the console. We give the output to console. Advanced Java, we take the input from HTML, we give the output to HTML. That only basic difference. So I am going to train you how to interact with HTML forms running on your web browsers. That is the target. After learning that model from me, then you are entering into framework, Spring and web services you are entering. In that Spring one flavor, Spring Boot, web service flavor, microservices. Then you are entering into enterprise application you are entering. Third stage. When you complete your framework, third stage will come. Enterprise. Enterprise means distributed environment. Application to application communications will be there. In my room now, Java program to web browser communication is available with me. When you cross my room, application to application interaction is going to happen. That is level 3. Now let me write the definition on web applications. Make it. The applications which are executing in server environment and interacts with the user through web browser. The applications which are executing in server environment and interacts with the user through web browser are known as web applications, or you can say server applications. You can say web applications, or you can say server applications. You can say. I kept this is your target now. Standalone application. I not done any project, sir, means need not worry. Leave it out. I learned only components and I came here, sir. Whenever I am entering into advanced Java, I am entering into level 2, that is web application. Majorly, you are going to learn here how to interact with the web browser. That is a major target. At last, I must take the data from web browser. Again, I must give the data to web browser. Because of this reason, when you entered into Amirpet, your management has to go core Java, HTML, Oracle, parallelly, they said. The reason when you are sitting in my room today, not now immediately, after 1 week or 10 days, we are going to take the data from the web browsers. If already attended HTML, CSS, JavaScript, you will get some practice to run some programs on web browser based. Your trainer will create some page and run it. That environments you can watch it. So that environment, what you practiced from your HTML trainer, that knowledge I'll use you to read the data into my Java program through web browser. If any application developed to interact with the user, through web browser, such application we call it as web application, or you can say server application, you can say. Now, second point. We use the following technologies to construct web applications. JDBC, servlet, and JSP. We use the following technologies to construct web applications. To construct web applications, JDBC, servlet, and JSP. These three we are going to train from advanced Java. This is advanced Java syllabus only. How many units available in advanced Java means you must say what now? 3 units available. What are they now? JDBC, servlet, JSP. First unit is what now? JDBC. What I'm going to start now. What is the second unit now? Servlet. What is the third one now? JSP. What is the outcome of your advanced Java now? Web application. You'll get the project also from web applications only. You'll get it. So minimum one project I'll write here. If the students are interested, by taking the inputs from me, you can develop your own project parallelly and come with by taking my inputs. Like this, some project should come out of from you by taking some inputs from me or some assignments from me, whatever. Whatever the assignment I given in the core Java, you done or may not done. That is secondary point, because that is programmatical form only. So that doesn't have any meaning also. But whatever the questions and assignments I'm giving here, that will be important for you, because each one will act like an one server based application only. So 3 points. This architecture I used to present in core. Again, I'm drawing here. Make it web application architecture. Web application architecture. Right. So from today, our applications will have web browsers. Web browser is available from today, sir. From today, database will be there. In all your applications, after 2 weeks, database will be there for us. Database will be there. This one we are calling it as front end. Front end. This one we are calling it as back end. Back end, you are saying. You completed web browser related technologies like HTML, CSS, JavaScript minimum. If anybody are weaker in JavaScript, find your time and practice once. No, sir, not completed, going on also, no problem. JavaScript not needed for my room, it is needed for the career. When you go for real time, JavaScript is mandatory for you. So minimum. Oracle anyway, you know SQL, PLSQL. Some people will be weaker in PLSQL, procedures and functions. Whenever you find time, you read that for market, not for me. What is needed, I'll train it. If I want to write any HTML, I only will write here. If I want to write any queries, I only will write. You can learn from me also. Few things I only will write. But we are here for server application development. In between, we had server application. Server application. Name is what now? Web application is the name. In this server application, we are using three technologies: Servlet, JSP, and JDBC. I'm writing SERVLET. Servlet, JSP, and JDBC. I'm saying JDBC stands for what now? Java Database Connectivity. One small connection is available. That only unit number 1. This communication I'll train first. Java program to database, it takes 2 weeks time. Understood now, right? After the training has been completed, once student got the grip, how to communicate with the database after getting a grip there. Then we concentrate after 15 days completed. Then we concentrate on this one. How to take the data from the web browser. Means how servlet will take the data from web browser. Because here one protocol is involved, no? HTTP protocol, right? HTTP means what now? Hypertext transfer protocol will be running. Up to now, you are collecting the data from your keyboard consoles. Scanner S is equal to new scanner of system.in up to now. But after 2 weeks, the data will come from the web browser. Who is collecting the data now? Servlet. Servlet means a server program. Server program, other name is servlet. Server program means running in server. That's all. The Java program, which is running in core Java, in your advanced Java, it runs in the server. We call it as server program or servlet program. That's all. Program will not be changed. Environment will be changed. Program what you written core Java, that program only. Running environment is going to be changed. Okay, right. Now, whatever the request taken here, the user will give some request, no? Right. Some request he will give it. Here the user will be there. He passes some request. Servlet will take the request and gives that request to background layer. I drawn one box there, but I'm not writing anything in that box because this box will be filled with beans, JCFs, more layers will be included. I cannot write all in a single day, no. Just I kept only our chapter name I kept. The student has to understand minimum things on the day 1. Today's target is what is advanced Java, what you are going to do first. If anybody asks advanced Java, many people will say what now? Advanced Java not there, they'll say. You ask many people, they'll say what? Advanced Java not available, they'll say. If advanced Java not available, who will train you? How to collect the data from a web browser? Who will train them? If advanced Java trainer not there, who will train you to collect the data from web browser? Train, teach the students who are asking that question. Advanced Java not there, you must not say. If advanced Java not there, which trainer will teach us how to read the data from web browser? Who will teach us? If I go to web service trainer, he read the data from web browser directly. If I go to Spring MVC, if I go to Spring JDBC, if I go to Spring Security, if I go to Spring Boot, the trainer is taking the data from web browser directly. Basic things I want to know, sir, means advanced Java trainer will play a key role. So what is the basic information available with me means how to take the data from HTML form. The training is available in the advanced Java. Because of this reason, management is conducting advanced Java batches. The student has to learn how to read the data from the console. Second, he has to learn the data, how to read the data from web browser. Third, how to take the data from second application. That's the levels. Student will say, directly I'll go to web service. Where you will go? If you go directly, these 2 layers you are missing, no? So what is the major thing available in the advanced Java means taking the data from web browser. Servlet will send that request to background layer. Don't worry. Whenever I written a project in the class, complete MVC architecture will be drawn to you. And the MVC will be explained in my room. First project explanation will be done by from me only. Advanced Java trainer only will introduce project layouts. After that only your enterprise applications and Spring and web service people will come after me only. So I only will give the background layer, what it contains. Then this background layer with the support of JDBC, it interacts with the database. Whatever the request you given, the request is converted into query form. Suppose here I said, I want to see the trains from Secunderabad to Tirupati. I given a request example in irctc.co.in example. Now the request is taken, given to JDBC. Please get the train details. User asked me, what are the trains available from Secunderabad to Tirupati and date of journey around 5th, some February 15th or 16th. Means immediately the query is converted or not now. Your Oracle trainer will train you how to run a query, that all queries we are going to run here. So the query is executed here. Based on that query, one answer will come. Suppose 20 trains came out. The result will come out. The result will come out. Whatever the result came now, JDBC will show that result to servlet, saying that whatever the request we given, we brought the result is with us. What we have to do? Then the servlet will say that will activate the JSP. JSP stands for Java Server Page, means output. Page means output. Server page. Page coming out of your server. Now the JSP will take the data from this JDBC and show the response here. Then you can see the train details. All have understood the flow roughly? Right. So servlet taking the request from the user. JDBC running the queries on the database, collecting the result. JSP showing the result in the form of some response. These three are available in your advanced Java syllabus. What is the first chapter here now? JDBC. Second one, servlet. Third one, JSP. Who are planning to attend advanced Java? Seriously, because 2 p.m. is very hard time. Sleeping time, I think. So be careful. Unfortunately, we got a batch in hard time. But the concept is important. So I must learn from the trainer how to read the data from HTML form. That's my target. Because I know how to read the data from console. And I must learn in this room how to read the data from HTML. How to send the data to HTML, I must learn. Moreover, I must learn the project layouts, I must learn. And moreover, I must learn MVC architecture, I must learn. Not only learning, I also must develop at least one assignment solution from my own. That is the target of this room. Then the confidence level will be increased. Then you can travel in your Spring and web services, you can travel. That's the target. All of you got one idea with this diagram? Okay. If possible, I'll give a time, write. You are making a notes, I'll give a time to you, write. Because you must know, this is my output of my advanced Java, you must know. Small rough diagram you write and keep it, because in your interview also, if they asked web application architecture, mean this is a minimum architecture, you must write and show. Right. So this is the entry level diagram. In the exit level, I'll drop complete MVC architecture and give to you. DAOs, beans, JCFs, any other layers available, I'll draw it and show to you. This is entry level. In that entry level diagram, student is getting one information. This web browser part we call it as front end. Oracle part, what you learned from database, we call it as what now? Back end. This we are calling it as middle end. This is three-tier architecture, you can say. From this front end, you learned HTML, CSS, JavaScript. You are planning for, I think, Angular and React. You are planning. Oracle, only one database you have to take it. Second database, I will show from this room. How to interact with the second database, I will train it. Oracle, you trained and came. Second database, I will train it. By default, notes will be in the Oracle interaction only. But somewhere in the last or in the between, we show to the student how to interact with the second database also, we train it. That awareness we give to you. And from the server applications, you completed core Java and came here. Now you are waiting for the next levels also, no? Advanced Java, Spring, and web service. So major part is here only now. Now one line about each one. JDBC, Servlet, JSP. One line I will write it. Make it. They are all our units. JDBC stands for Java Database Connectivity. Database connectivity, and which is used to interact with database product. JDBC stands for Java Database Connectivity, and which is used to interact with database product. Servlet. Servlet means server program. And which interacts with user through interacts mean taking the request, which interacts with user through web browser. When I come to the servlet, I'll write more points. JSP stands for what now? Java Server Page. JSP stands for Java Server Page, and which is response from web application. Response from web application. Right. All of it clear about web application introduction to you? Right. Okay. That's our target and that's our syllabus also. Now make a siding enterprise application. After completing my course, you are entering into enterprise applications. You are entering. Enterprise applications. The applications which are executed in distributed environment, distributed environment, and depending on the features like security, load, load balancing, load balancing, and clustering, and clustering. Underline security, load balance, clustering. The applications which are executed in distributed environment and depending on the features like security, load balancing, and clustering are known as enterprise applications, enterprise applications are enterprise distributed applications. Enterprise applications are enterprise distributed applications, you can say. So example for enterprise applications is banking domain applications. All your banking domains comes under enterprise only. So example for them, banking applications, banking domain applications or banking applications comes under enterprise applications. This is your level 3. All of you. Level 3 means next level. Many people don't know, Andy. They'll go to Spring. Why I'm learning Spring, they don't know. Spring and web service major intention is two web applications are there means, or two applications are there means, you have to interlink them. Means first level, core Java, taking the data from console, giving to console. Second level, advanced Java, taking from web browser, giving to web browser. Third level, application, taking from application, giving to application. Understood? So, application to application communication is going to happen. So, that only web services and microservices. For that, framework supports are needed. So, the level 3 will be very high level, this one. So, banking domain applications, you can imagine, no, highest level securities are needed. Because Spring security module is there now already. Web service security module is there now already. Right. You know already, banking domain means load balance. N number of people will interact with that application. It has to manage the load balancing feature. Clustering means the users may use same environment card or other environment cards they can use. So roughly I'll be speaking always to you. I'll take my SBI card and go to HDFC Bank and draw the amount from the ATM center. They have to give the cash to me. That's called cluster. Clustering means one environment group of systems will join another environment group of systems to complete my transaction. That is known as cluster. Cluster is a term taken from network. It's a networking terminology, clustering. So our applications will be concentrating on security. That only Spring Security Direct module is there. Yesterday, one student is asking me, sir, I should go to Spring, I should go to Spring Boot. They asked me a question. Actually, for that, we answer is with us also. We'll ask the student. You want to spend a time means first to Spring only. Spring will be lengthy, bit lengthy code will be there. Wherever the length is there, you can learn it. That only Java says. So Spring Core, first module. Second one, I only will write that line and give to you. When I'm in the servlet programming, at the ending, I'll write that order and give to you. Your wish of writing the order, because students never listen to us, we know. But as a trainers, we keep in one order and send it. Spring Core, Spring MVC, Spring JDBC, Spring Security, then Spring Boot. But the students will go to Spring Boot directly. No issue. You'll understand that. But few things he'll be missing. He will be running the running application is not learning. Creating application is learning. Whatever the program is given by me, if you run it, that is not practical. So running application is not practical. I also will create application like you, sir. That is practical. So if you can create application, you learned. No, sir, I executed your program. I feel that I am a code writer, that is wrong interpretation. Because already written program only, no? Why to run again? So if anybody feels that running program is learning means wrong. Sir, I'll run your program. Similar, I also will construct. If I can construct my application, I learned. This point you have to remember. That is cluster meaning is group of one environment systems will join another group of another environment systems to complete my transaction. Be called as a cluster. This is level 3. Level 1, standalone application. Level 2, web application. Level 3, enterprise application, where security is available. Here, framework support is needed. Further framework support only, you are taking the support of Spring and web services. That's the point. So third level also waiting for you. And the fourth one, mobile applications. And fourth type of applications are mobile applications. The applications which are executed in mobile environment. The applications which are executed in mobile environment are known as mobile applications. Mobile applications. Look here. The student who come to core Java, he can come to advanced Java, or he can go to mobile app developer also. Android is there no for you. That only mobile applications. From your standalone application learning, you can go to mobile application development, or you can come to web application to enterprise. You can come. Sir, I selected full stack Java developer. No, sir. So I'm traveling core Java to web to enterprise. I'm traveling. So mobile application is not on the way. But even then, we categorize and keep it. Because for us, Java ME is there. In my core Java also, I not written notes on EE. I'll write the notes in advanced Java. What is EE exactly? What is ME exactly? We'll write in the advanced Java to you. That ME only mobile edition. So for that, we write mobile applications. Here, I'm not giving any example to you because you are sitting in advanced Java. Your career is not mobile application development. Your career is web and enterprise. Right. So finally, why I took this topic by day 1 means I want to give a clarity in one point to the student in day 1. That is, student should know why he is attending advanced Java first. Simply you speak to the market. What we learn from advanced Java means simply you say one line. In advanced Java, I will learn how to collect the data from HTML form and how to give that data to HTML form back. That is the first one. Second one, I will learn 3-tier MVC architecture. I learn and first project available in the advanced Java only in your journey. Because of these two reasons, the student should enter into advanced Java. Understood the statement, right? How I should enter into advanced Java means I took in core Java, you will write a program because I took the program there. Core Java definition, set of instructions is a program. Whatever the programs you written in core Java, if you can bring more number of programs together, and if you can make that more number of programs to do some work, you can call it as application, you can say. According to the market, what are the types of applications I can see? You can see standalone application. You can see web application. You can see enterprise application. You can see mobile application. So your career is not mobile application. So leave it. 3 options available. I want to see the standalone, but don't practice standalone for today's competition and scenario because in standalone server not available, HTML not available, database not available. So I'm not concentrating on standalone, sir. Remove it. Only 2 options left to you. One is web, one is enterprise. Web means where my application run in server environment and interacts with the user through web browser. Means I'm majorly concentrating on interacting with the HTML forms. That is web application. Second stage is enterprise distributed application. Here, I must take the support of frameworks. Spring and web services I have to take and make my application run in the internet world, and the application must be in the distributed mode. Then security needed, load balance needed, clustering needed. Because of this reason, I'm taking the support of frameworks. So your target from today is nothing but at any cost, I must learn web application in this room, and I must not stop my learning. I must go to enterprise application also by picking your Spring and web services. All of you got this point now? To give this awareness only the discussion. Can I go to web application now? Right. So if I want to start my web application, what is the first unit now? JDBC. Say the full form to me now. Java Database Connectivity, which support Java developer to interact with the database. To interact with the database. Database comes under storage category. What is database now? Storage only? No. Yes or no? Na? So, moreover, one more statement to you. Just now I said, sir, how much Oracle needed means I said, not experts, minimum I said. The reason behind it, we are database independent code writers. Remember the statement what I made now. We are database independent code writers. You are not going to join a company by seeing a Oracle there. Companies may use Oracle or other databases. Yes or no? Na? Louder, I want this. So we are not database dependent code writers. The company may use Oracle product or some other product. You cannot say, no, I know only Oracle. Please give one project which is working on Oracle means giving job only over. Again, you are asking the product-based dependency or not now. All of understood the statement now. So Oracle, how much you must know now? Some part I must know. What queries? All of you know create query, insert query, retrieve query, update query, delete query. Enough. For this, no need to practice more than that. No, sir. I know views also. I know joins also. I know triggers also. I know PLSQL. I know what is it? Cursors also means it adds an advantage. You are going to dominate one DB engineer in your company. Because you're a full stack people, no? You should dominate them. Yes or no? Na? By seeing a diagram, you observed already. Sir, these front end people are the painters. Yes or no? Na? They are going to give what colors now? Red color, blue color, green color. For them, headache and not there. Because if you ask a Java question, he says, I don't know. Because for him, work not needed, no? I said one wall construction over means he'll ask which color you want. I say red color, he'll mix the color in, paint it and go. But what is the strength used? What is the formula used? Why I'm bothered? I don't know Java language, you will say. Yes or no? Na? Now go to database point now. This is backend. You know anything? He says, I don't know anything. Creating table, inserting, linking. You know Java means he knows, I don't know, he'll say. But you take Java developer here. For your friend who is there now, UI technology is available or not now? In the back, who is there for you? Oracle or database available or not now? Java developer cannot say. I don't know HTML, you cannot say. I don't know UI, you must not say. Because input coming from UI, how can you say I don't know? Yes or no? Na? You are storing the data in the database. How can you say I don't know? The headache is for full stack Java developer only. You should know front end, you should know back end, and you must have an expert in your domain also. Expert means what? Core Java, advanced Java, Spring and dot dot dot. Spring, many flavors are there, no? Web service dot dot dot, and two types of applications, web and enterprise. More headache part is this only. Because of this, the course curriculum has been framed for you. Learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Angular, Bootstrap, React. There, what they given one database, second database they given to us. Means Varak is advanced Java trainer, give a awareness to the student. If he joins any company, only Oracle will not be there. Some other database also will be there. You show to him if it is other database available, which code should be changed. That knowledge will get it. Means we took that responsibility interacting with the second database. I will train it. I will not make you expert in second database. I'll show how to interact with the second database. One or two assignments I'll give it. By seeing my notes, you also can practice. This is the point. Overall, you got one information, I think, right? Okay. Now I must go to database. I'll write 5 minutes notes. I'll write and I'll stop it. Tomorrow I'll increase my level and come. Okay, right. I'll say the course curriculum also. See there. In this week, what I planned is now I am writing small notes. 5 minutes I'll write, not more than that. Tomorrow I'll cover storages, means why we are going for database. What is the purpose of reaching to the database? It takes 2 days time. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow. By Wednesday, I'll get introduction to database. Why we came to database. Why I must take the database as my major backend. That introduction will be over in the Wednesday. Thursday, making your system environment ready so that you can run your first application on Friday. What steps to be followed? That all points will be given on your Thursday. And first program we are running on Friday. The review we are doing on Saturday. All of you got this point? So this Friday we are running our first program. Review we are making on Saturday. Not like core Java will be there. Core Java means headache not there. Your program only, your JVM only, your output only will come. But here, Java program communicating with Oracle 12, Oracle 19, Oracle 21. You had different versions are there or not now. Moreover, virus also there in your system already. That also will create a problem to you. Jar files disconnecting, jar file collapsing. This all will be interacted. Because we take a review on Saturday. Executed or not executed, we'll ask it. Some people will say executed. Some people will say not executed. That not executed cases, we take it and we suggest them how to make that program to run. So this week by Saturday, at any cost, you must make your systems ready and you have to run your program, first program. First assignment will be on Monday. This is a target. All of it clear? Right. I'll be going non-stoppingly. Whether you are coming or not, I don't know. Because core Java trainer means he has to say many things. This, that. I also will say for 2 weeks. No. Here 2 weeks, we never give a time. Directly we enter into practical part. Right. Write it. Star mark IMP. Define storage. Define storage. the memory location where the data is available for access. The memory location where the data is available for access. The memory location where the data is available for access is known as storage. Is known as storage. Types of storages. Types of storages. Right. Look here. According to Java developer, where you can keep the data? Sir, in my core Java, whenever I want to keep some value, you took variable, no? Yes or no? Na? What is your first storage of your program now? Variable. That is your first storage. Because there only I'll keep the data, sir. Which variable? Sir, variables are two types in core Java. Yes or no? Na? Two types. One is primitive data type variable. One is non-primitive data type variable. Primitive data type variable will hold value. Non-primitive data type variable will hold object reference. That's the two variables you had it. The first storage of my program is variable. One variable will show value to me, or one variable will show the location of one object. Those are two storages you had it. Right. Third one is file. Fourth one is database. Make it. Types of storages. Based on Java application development, the storages are categorized into four types. Categorized into four types. One, FIELD, field storage, object storage, file storage, database storage. Field storage, object storage, file storage, and database storage. Right. Can I give these notes by tomorrow to you? Right. Don't miss the class anyway. So tomorrow I'll cover these two fields. These two. More discussion is going to happen on this. After that, the next day, Wednesday, file storage and its disadvantages. Then comes your database storage. That's the concept. When the database storage comes, then automatically practical will be started, right? So here we are going to make a review on core. So field storage, object storage, and so on. Some review we are going to do. So notes level will be increased. To provide a notes management will take a time. So before that, you keep on writing the notes so that I can start practical bit fastly, right? Okay. All of you comfortable by day one? Thank you. Thank you very much for today. Take a break.
HTML జాయిన్ అవ్వలేదు కానీ అడ్వాన్స్ జావాకి పక్కా HTML కోర్స్ ఉండాలి. బేసిక్స్ ఏం స్టార్ట్ చేయలేదు. 4 జావా అయితే 6 PM ఉన్నాను మీది.
కోర్ జావా ఒక్కటే అటెండ్ అయ్యాను సార్. ఒరాకిల్ అవేం అటెండ్ కాలేదు. అడ్వాన్స్ జావా సార్, జావా స్క్రిప్ట్ జాయిన్ అవ్వమంటారు సార్. కోర్ జావా మాత్రం మొత్తం నేను
క్లాస్ అటెండ్ అవ్వాలంటే కన్ఫామ్గా వరాకిలు నా బేసిక్ నాలెడ్జ్ ఉండాలి సార్. అంటే మా అన్న సింగపూర్లో జాబ్ చేస్తున్నారు ఐడి ఫీల్డ్. అన్న కోర్ జాబ్ అడ్వాన్స్ జాబ్ వరకు నేర్చుకోమన్నారు. కోర్ కంప్లీట్ అంటే ఇంకా అడ్వాన్స్కి వచ్చాను. ఇప్పుడు ఆ నాలెడ్జ్ కూడా కావాలంటే క్లాస్.
Sir, I completed core Java, but some topics I did not practice it. No problem. Like exception handling, multi-threading or connection. No issue. Sir, how many days did you take? Advanced Java? 2 months. Okay, sir.
కోర్ జావా ఊప్స్ దగ్గరకు అయిపోయింది సార్. ఇది సరిపోద్దండి.
Okay.